My name is Hannah, and if I may, I will inform you of my musical journey through life. Mum popped me out in the year 2002, though it wasn't so simple as that. I was already problematic. I grew up in a place called Monash. I may not inform you of where Monash is located, other than that it is small and rather different to a typical city on Earth. It's confidential, and the government would probably bring lasers. I wouldn't say that I could remember my childhood all that well, or how music was involved. However, I found evidence that I had access to music from a young age. Voyages and travel were filled with hours of music that my parents listened to. Eventually, I learned the lyrics. These songs have stuck. One planetary cycle, Mum decided that we should move to Adelaide so that she could finish learning how to build structures. This was where my journey into another world began. My first instrument was recorder. It would produce horrific alien sounds, such as the bleepers from Zebs, but I eventually grew to like it. Then was taiko drumming. I was placed at the back on the second biggest drum consistently. The first instrument I formally played was piano. I remember saving up approximately $300 in Australian currency, which is weird, by the way. Where I come from, we don't even use... $300 for a keyboard because I wanted to make music for my films. From a young age, I'd always wanted to play piano, but it was too expensive for my family. So, when I had experienced my 11th Consumer Cult Christmas, I was given piano lessons from my mother. Since then, music has consumed much of my life. Some call me talented. I digress. I just worked hard and fell in love with how music can make you feel. It gave me a lot to fall back on. Performing is conflicting for me. In a way, every time we act or speak to anyone, we're performing behind some kind of persona that we develop. Technically, a film screening is a performance too. If you take this into account, I've been performing in many ways to many people and non-people for a long time. In other ways, performing is relatively new to me, and by that, I mean that my first solo musical performance was on piano when I was 12. Vivaldi's Four Seasons, awesome. However, horrifically simplified. The reason performing is conflicting to me is that I majorly dislike attention. I don't know why, in that case, I've always been drawn to art forms. I guess it's because I love sharing my work and music with people, which is most likely because I delight at people enjoying it. I hate the idea of messing up, or people looking at me rather than the product of the performance. That's why I share my creations over the internet. You don't have to fear people's responses or feel their gaze while waiting for judgment. Fortunately for me, my performances are generally well respected and end up okay. Sometimes I'll surprise myself at how well I performed given how bad I am under nerves, which leads to some incredible moments. A piano exam, which I expected maybe a B- and received an A+, my performance of Skyrim as a soloist at a school music showcase, which I completely surprised myself so much with that I didn't rush off the stage. The other case is opposite, and when this happens, I can't get the performance out of my head. One performance in Earth's 2017, I performed and wasn't at all happy with it. I could not get it out of my head. I think the final remark that I'd like to make about my musical journey is that music is more of a lifestyle choice than a career choice. While I am by far not a brilliant musician, it still takes up a big part of me. In fact, it takes up my whole third arm. That's why you all think I'm human, you're adorable, gullible little cats. Ha! Sucked in, government. You can't conceal us on this planet forever!
1, 2, 3.